And a Quicksilver Dragon. This is where things get real interesting for sure. Or we just kill them, and that's very cool with me too. I mean, I will gladly take that. Archers are almost allies when you have Ignition available. I do like that frame of reference. Definitely not wrong. Really starts to stack up that overlap. That is fantastic. But okie dokie. More the merrier. If everyone could just swing on by, then we can start doing the real blasting of the evening. Ooh, I am not in statue form though, so let's alleviate that concern, shall we? And I think killing you is still kind of worth it. Oh, this son of a gun is freaking hasted. Definitely grab you. Okay. The Hasted Troll is a real issue. 88 health. And this is an interesting predicament here because blinking away is usually kind of your go-to solution for issues like this. But it's slightly more problematic with a Lich because even if we do blink to safety, that just puts us in a nasty spot for Orb Destruction. Fortunately, there's a stair not too far away here, so that may or may not give us a slightly higher level of comfort. I think... Let's actually double check this real quick. Bolt of Cold, we have full resistances, so it's at least reduced by a heck of a lot. But it will still hurt, don't get me wrong. This is why I shouldn't get trigger happy when I see a group of enemies. I'm like, oh, just ignite them. What's the worst that could possibly happen? This. And this isn't even the worst that could possibly happen. This is just a bad thing that happened. Well, I think I'm gonna drink a haste potion of my own. One good haste potion deserves another, and then we're gonna try and just keep our trolley buddy grabbed, and we should actually be okay. In fact, yeah, we're totally fine. Haste might have been even unnecessary there, but hey, I'll take what I can get. We had plenty of potions. Being down to 6 is not the be-all end-all. We should be okay. Especially if that idiot drops himself into a teleporter trap. Honestly, just embarrassing, Tengu. I found it embarrassing and it was good for me, you know? That's saying something. Let's reach out and grab these sons of guns. Iron Troll itself is slow, by the way. That's true. So even when hasted, we're slightly better. And when we're hasted in statue form and they're hasted, we're probably equal. I don't actually know the numbers on that because I've never thought to check out the minutia, the details there, but that sounds about right. I'll just blast here though. Makes my job a little bit easier. Perfect. Yeah, for whatever reason, Iron Trolls being slow is something that I always forget. I think it's because generally by the time I get to this stage in the game, I'm not on a character that is especially concerned with Iron Trolls, so I usually just end up fighting them one-on-one. Not too worried about it. But it is one of those things that becomes super relevant in the more tricky situations, so something that is great to keep in mind for sure. But there we go. We've re-broken in our little foothold here. We just gotta watch for when there are troll shamans as well as iron trolls. Otherwise, fairly manageable. I say as I start to take more damage than I would like. I'm gonna reach out and grab you kids. This is where Shatter would be much nicer than Ignition. Down to 28%. Oh my gosh, we're so close. Just don't die before then. It's that easy, folks. Do I still want to ignite it? At least, I guess, probably kills off these Spriggans, so that's nice. Yeah, let's do it. Iron Troll might also die in the meantime, or not. That's cool, too. One more time with feeling. Even the Fire Giants can die to this. Fortunately, they're not fully immune, so that's good. And one more time for good measure. Or, you know, twice. 2 more times for good measure. I've always said this. And then we can go back to our safety net. Reach out and grab you kids. Get some good stabs in. The fact that they can fire through each other is always a wee bit terrifying for sure, but shouldn't be the end of the world. Why is there a freaking Quicksilver Dragon? Oh my gosh. Like I said, not even a little bit worried or deathly afraid or nothing. Okay, they didn't notice me, so that's good. Then I can just reach out and grab you. You hopefully die, Quicksilver Dragon. None the wiser as just a bunch of random fire trolls die miserably to zombie hands around them. But that's just an everyday thing. Nothing weird there. Must have been the wind. I gotta find that Quicksilver son of a gun as soon as I possibly can, though. You know what? I'm right on top of the stairs. I'm just blowing everything all in one fell swoop. There's only one enemy. That's a little less important. But just take care of those Tengus nice and quick-like. And now I do, again, just really want to find that Quicksilver Dragon. Please. Or we run into too much trouble. I don't want no trouble. Like, I guess it's fine. We just have to play with it in the back of our minds that things could get a heck of a lot worse in a very small amount of time. But how's that different from any other Sunday, you know? At the end of the day, we're always terrified. That's what makes the dungeon crawling so sweet. Definitely reach out and grab all of y'all, and that should just about put you into lethal range. These buddies shouldn't be too much of a problem, even though again, it's getting into that danger zone of like, on their own no problem, but if a Quicksilver Dragon popped out of the blue there, might have been a little bit of a different story. We did just actively say that that's what we're going to try and keep in the back of our minds. I definitely want a box of beasts, though. That is a lovely find. So I think for the time being here, we will drop... Oh, an Amulet of Reflection. That's nice and easy, actually. Didn't realize when we picked up that bad boy. I'm pretty happy with the shield. No matter what, shield and amulet, they'll take a little bit longer than you'd like to get set up. So that works out lovely, and if it's just the Quicksilver Dragon, no problems whatsoever. Perfect. And we're pretty dang close now to where we'll want to head back up and finish off vaults. I think we will go with the Vulture, and it's not something we do quite as often. I feel like if I gave myself the excuse to always go slime, I'd probably always end up heading that direction, so I appreciate, I think, Sakuza, were you the one who mentioned the idea? I appreciate it. Get me out of my comfort zone a little bit, though vaults is still... Any of the first 5 runes is pretty within my my scope at the very least, so that's nice. Also, finally one of those stones hits me. I was getting lulled into a very unfair false sense of security, thinking that we would never be hurt by just little stone giants. So that's something that's nice to learn in a vacuum like that when they're the only enemy around and you're not needlessly endangering yourself for no reason. A little bit redundant, that sentence, but I stand by it. So here we go. Final area vaults. That looks like the entrance to Zot, if I had to guess. I mean, we can kill this corrosive boy with ignition, but not really. our fire friend here, but that's fine if you two just want to come at me one at a time. Die like the brave warriors you are. Oh, you know, I've been so used to not having electricity resistance that I saw the black draconian. I was like, that's the scary draconian. But on this character, purple draconians are the scary ones. Much like Quicksilver Dragons, anything that can dispel our statue form is a bit of a nightmare. I also just realized that we never checked for this shop. This little hidden vault area. So let's definitely do so now, shall we? Leather armor with Midas cast? I don't think so, game. Make an executive call on that one, and chainmail is much too heavy for us. Unfortunately, not exactly being handed the keys to the kingdom there, but that is fine. We'll just get back on the road once more. Into the breach we go. I probably should just take a step back. Make sure I can grab all of y'all. Perfect. Not too shabby. You do love seeing one of these buddies just on their own. They're a nightmare in a group situation, but that works out just lovely. Not too bad there. Not too shabby indeed. Statue form right away, and then this is what Ignition was built for. I mean, Bjornir's Vile Clutch probably could have done a similar effect now that I think about it, when they're all lined up so nicely, so orderly. But hey, whatever works. Whatever floats our boat. Okay, definitely should just stab this son of a gun first, since we can actually get the bonus stab damage with our Vile Clutch. Not too shabby here. Jeez, this game really took some swings in terms of having less than ideal defenses to all of a sudden between statue form and like the ridiculous cold resistance from our necklace, always having good willpower. I mean, things are just looking fine and dandy. The unfortunate downside to that means that if things go poorly, it's 100% my fault. This character should just have victory in the bag at this point, as long as I'm careful, but where is the fun in that? I would hope that most people by now come to realize that if you're watching me, you might be in for a treat when it comes to horrible and embarrassing ways to die. I pride myself on that point. At least that's what I tell myself to get to sleep at night. Not too shabby though, just about through. Oh hey! Saint Roca! My man. Make sure you get stabs from Vile Clutch, you just seem not. You do. They're not as good. Like, if you have someone paralyzed, petrified, or asleep, those are the real stabs, but with confused or constricted enemies, I think you get some bonus. Or at least it seems like it at the end of the day, because I could definitely be wrong. I'm always more than happy to admit that, because there's so much that I remember incorrectly about the game. But anecdotally, in this run, like, it's a world of difference whether someone is grabbed by BVC or not. So that's an interesting question that I might have to double check in the future, but it definitely seems like it has some effect, even if it's, again, not quite as impactful as the full stabs. Just a little half boy. First gold dragon, hey? Not too shabby. Of course, on this character, we immediately get gold dragon scales, but that's fine. That's about what you can expect. I don't think I can hit all of you, so I'll just focus here. Oh, is Bone Dragon one of those ones that does not get grabbed? Interesting. How about that? Well, do a quick little bit of ignite. Keep grabbing you at least. Oh wait, no, they do get grabbed. That's weird. But no, yeah, the evasion reduction definitely plays a role as well, but I'm talking about the damage itself, specifically against high AC targets, because we've been using this plus 11 dagger the whole run, and it definitely, daggers generally have problems at this stage in the game when it comes to being able to do any real amount of damage to beefier targets. So again, it might be more of an anecdotal thing, but it really seems like it when I can still take down these buddies. Regardless, I'm happy to just continue to believe it in my heart of hearts and hope that maybe that's the real difference. Maybe the real bonus stabs were the friends we made along the way, you know? And isn't that wonderful? So be careful, don't shatter my delusions with real facts and actual mechanics, because who knows how that might cascade out from here. Turns out my dumb brain operates much better under supposed beliefs. And what does that say about me? One of these days, actually not even just one of these days, every time I stream, I'm always slightly concerned that when I try and joke, it will not come out right, or some being taken out of context is a bit more acceptable, because that happens just all the time in streaming. But making a joke and then people taking it seriously, it's one of the things that keeps me up at night. Especially since I have such an aversion to misunderstandings in real life. I feel like so many issues that crop up are based on like miscommunication specifically. And so I do my best to try and avoid that. Laugh at my own jokes just to try and enforce that this is a joke. And because I'm, of course, the funniest man alive. See, that's one of those times. Oh, but okie dokie. I think we're gonna try out this them there vaults. We have Shatter to 17%. Do I want to learn Shatter before heading down? We'll do incredible damage. We'll also call a lot of attention, but I think that's a little bit unavoidable with our current setup. We also should have been getting some spell levels. We have, so that's really nice. In fact, Iron Shot is very castable, so that I think makes my list immediately. That'll leave us with 4 spell levels, and I can recoup 5 with a couple of Forgotten spells. So let's learn Iron Shot. Need that good single target damage. If there's like a Vault Warden keeping us on the floor and we need to hightail it out of there, that'll be fantastic. In fact, if we take a quick peek at this, 98. So that is from 9 to 72 damage, which is a heck of a lot stronger than our Stone Arrow. In fact, I think we will change out Iron Shot with Sandblast in terms of placement here, so it's at least nice and accessible. And do we want to start forgetting stuff now? I do kind of want access to whatchamacallit. I was just thinking this to myself and then my brain shut down mid-sentence. Regardless, more importantly, we could get rid of Petrify, and that gets us a lot of those points back. I wish that it was just the one. I think I was just going to say I want access to Shatter, which is, again, the whole thing that we were talking about. Stupid brain. Isn't it best to get to a shaft or a trapdoor? So, by and large, yes, especially if you're playing like a melee character or someone that's a little less of the blaster side of the caster spectrum. Huge advantage. That's where even if you don't have a trapdoor, you're going to want to potentially read a teleport before heading down and get out to the outside. 100%. On characters like this, even if it's not ideal, I cannot resist jumping straight down into the action, because with Ignition, with something like Death Channel, it's going to be truly incredible, and we just have to try not to get too stupid about it, retreat far in advance of when it may or may not be necessary, and we should all have a good time. And in that regard, I guess, oh, we've picked up a couple more amnesia, so I'm actually happy to, let's get rid of petrify, do it this way, and we'll get rid of, I think, sandblast. We could get rid of some small mammals, but I think I like that. We'll learn shatter. I don't know if we'll use it at all with 17% failure rate. It's a little bit much for me, but otherwise that's fantastic. And then, okay, I'm trying to think of what order I want to do stuff in, because it's interesting. If I chug a brilliance before I cast statue form, I only have to replenish that like 4 MP if I want to be at complete max for heading down. So that's nice. And please read immolation if possible. Sure, we could probably pull that off. Might be a little bit dangerous. We at least have 2 pips of fire resistance. We'll have to see what our enemies arrayed before us are, so that's nice. Or not nice, potentially. We'll have to see how it goes. But we'll keep it in mind. I'll try my best to read one just for you, because it will be oh so satisfying. Cheddar can create nice little hidey holes in the corners of Vaults 5. That's a good use case for sure. That's pretty fun. But okay, let's go statue form first. And then we're pulling out all the stops here. And hopefully we don't have to retreat out. Otherwise, we might just swap over to going somewhere like slime instead if it's looking bad. But I want to drink brilliance. I should have actually started with haste, so the rest of the potion process was faster. Brilliance and haste. Don't want anything else. Probably good without. Don't want to bonk my mic. Apparently my body did, so I apologize to all of you for that. Never know when that's going to be a deafening noise on your end of things. You know what? I think that's good. That's that good. Let's do this. So we hop down. Bunch of buddies around. We can do a quick check. We got some electrocution weapons. Protection. No distortion, so no one we have to really focus down right away. All these buddies should die pretty quickly regardless, so that's fine. And so it begins. Let us... Death Channel? Oh, we're gonna have a lot of overlap for immolation. But I promised. Get ready for a light show, kids. Things are about to get real wild. Oh, I did statue form instead of ignite. Oh gosh, let's try that again. Real wild, I tell ya. And this is where it would be beneficial to have an RC or a knit file edit to get rid of force mores, but there's something wonderful about how many times I have to press a button just to get through all the message of terrible things happening to my enemies. You love to see it. Oh gosh, game isn't even having the best time keeping up because there's so much. Still, though, I wouldn't trade it for the world, baby. Oh, I'm killing all my spectral buddies too. Whoopsie daisies. Sorry friends, had to be done, I'm sure you understand. Just blast again, at least all of the immolation is gone. I really should have thought that through. Immolation works bad with Death Channel. Yeah, definitely wasn't the best, but hey. The viewers want what they want, and who am I? Who would I be to decline all you wonderful folk? Sometimes you gotta do something just a little bit stupid in order to live a little, you know? Pressing enter is so satisfying. There's nothing quite like it. And that's the thing, I feel like pressing enter runs the full gauntlet, because you have situations like this where it's just so satisfying to watch the deaths roll on by. And then the other side of that is being paralyzed by an enemy when surrounded by terrifying beasts. And that's where all the pressure of the world comes down on your finger as it moves towards that enter button. So really you get the full experience of life. Isn't that a lovely thought in its own right? Also, thank you so much, Gjord, for the tier 1. Or for the 1 month, I should say. Because tier doesn't matter, I just appreciate each and every one of you for any support you show my way. So thank you so much for the subscription. I really do appreciate it. Not too shabby here. Okie dokie. What else do we do? We still have Death Channel up. I think we just keep blasting, baby. Probably should kill this tentacled thing. But that's fine. If I read Immolation, you will subscribe. Well, hey, then it all works out. That's a win-win for me, baby. I appreciate it. Thank you. We do our best. We do our best. I think I'm just gonna keep Ignition. It's not necessarily the best move forward, but it doesn't really matter, especially with Brilliance. Like, we're not spending a heck of a lot of resources for this, and instead, we're just bringing some of these stronger allies to our side, so that's fantastic. I'm kind of unhappy that, like, this Titan is probably gonna die to off-screen enemies, but it is what it is. You can I hit you and not my friends? I can, but you need to back off, friend. Perfect. And then we're back to blasting, baby. No Vault Wardens yet, so I'm scared about when they show up if we might start to run into slightly more issues, but at least a good start here, and we do have a nice army at our side of things for as long as Death Channel remains up and running. So at least it's a good start, and there's just no better way to take care of Vaults 5 in my books. Because of course better is all subjective. Safer ways? Heck yeah. More consistent ways? Definitely. But more exhilarating for me specifically? Hell no, brother. The only way to live, baby. But there we go. Yeah, between Brilliance and Behemoth, I feel like we're just never really running out. In fact, what I'm tempted to do here, and hopefully it doesn't backfire on me. Also, why am I blanking on the controls? Oh, it's like capital Q for Quiver. There we go. Brain was having some issues. But I'm going to put Ignition on my quick cast real quick here, because I feel like we're going to be doing this for a little bit here at the very least. Keep blasting. A lot of Titans today, specifically. How about that? Someone took out all the Vault Wardens and replaced them with Titans for some reason. Oh, speak of the devil. Hi, my Warden friend. A little late to the party, if I'm honest, but each their own, I guess. We're getting close to the point where I might want to start escaping. Ooh. Hello, my first Dreadlich. How about that? Regardless. So anyway, I just started blasting. I do not want to get calcified, though. I don't think our spiritual friends can, so that's kind of a nice little bonus. We also have another Vault Warden top right. So that's something to potentially be concerned about. I guess we could haste again if we wanted. Do I want to haste again with this large army? I will regret not hasting if and when Death Channel runs out. But for the moment, I'm kind of loving this. Jazzy, you got a trove that wanted 12 potions of heal wounds? Sure, bud. Oh yeah, just let me, pull that out of my back pocket. It's not like we're constantly in desperate need for more healing potions down here in the dungeon or anything like that. Too injured to fight recklessly? Fair enough. It's weird when the game is like trying to keep me alive and stuff, Just, let me fall victim to my own hubris, dang you. But you know what, I think this is a good middle ground. Especially depending on how the rest of this turn actually goes. I didn't realize we were still chugging along. I think this is where we head out. And not a moment too soon. Perfect. Have I ever tried Might, Haste, and Attraction with a Vamp Axe on Vault 5? Oh my gosh, it's as satisfying as Ignition and Behemoth. Oh, I can only imagine. I'll have to give that one a shot sometime. That sounds really fun. In fact, I'd like to give Attraction a bit more of a fair shake. The few times I've used it since it came out, was that last version before this? Maybe even 0.26, a couple ago, I don't remember. The only times I've used it, though, it's almost gotten me killed. Because I think I used it once in shoals without really thinking about it. Oh, no, or more so, it was because there was a javelineer, and I thought to myself, oh, let's reduce the number of javelins they get to throw by yoinking them right over here. Of course, that's great and all, but when I started to try and run away and just kept pulling them back along with me, it was terrifying. Not at all good. Haste was doing absolutely nothing for us in that situation. So definitely run the gamut, but that sounds like a very good use for it. Very fun at the very least. Ooh, Quicksilver Dragon. You son of a gun. Well, what do I wish to do here? Also, I have a hair coming from somewhere and just tickling the very tip of my nose. You know, it's probably beard hair. I always do this thinking that it's one of my bangs doing stuff, but it's usually just one of my mustache buddies flicked up. Causing my nose to itch up the storm. But okay. Back to the game here. Crucible and Crystal Sphere are nasty. We at least... Oh, we do not have Reflection right now. I was about to say a lie. Do I wish to change that? Maybe. Shatter's also at 12%. Just saying. Just saying, me. 3D 36. Deafening noise, though. So we're definitely gonna call some attention to ourselves, to say the least. As we miscast Shatter. And then we get shoved off in a terrible fashion. One more time. Okay. Are we definitely going to live? A little bit trickier than that, but definitely good that we got out. Oh gosh, never should have tried it. See, I guess that's the real issue with our plan, is the second entrance is where things get really bad. What I maybe should have done was just preemptively suited myself up a little bit more, made sure that we were hasted and whatnot. Because this Bolt of Draining is what's hitting us for sure. Hey Spook Cats, I'm definitely having a nice night, despite the terrifying situation we find ourselves in now. I can't exactly complain all in all. Having a really fun time. So, do I use... I guess I could just blink here. It's not a great situation for blink, but it's safer than a lot of the alternatives. So we blink. This doesn't even really make sense. It'd be here, and then hoping that we can get around a corner, but we're in statue form. I suppose you're going to catch up real quick like, and if this buddy comes around the corner, that is absolutely no good. I'm hoping we can close the door. How does that work with breaking doors now, though? I feel like some things will break it down instead of giving me the time of day, or they'll just stand on top of it. That's cool, too. It was a good thought, though. Garrett, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I think... Oh, right now I'm in bounce territory for Lightning Bolt, so that's not great, even with resistance to electricity. If I lose statue form, oh me oh my, is that bad. But maybe, just maybe, this is where I haste. Oh no, why did you swap out? We had a good thing going. This is so much worse. Because now this son of a gun can hit us for up to 36 damage. At least hasted, I move at the same pace. Oh, and we're not worried about bounce shots. That's nice. Let's double check this. Will you break down the door? You know, I thought for sure they would. Heck yeah. Perfect. Okay, and then we should be okay to face them off the old-fashioned way real quick. In fact, where did I put that that iron shot? It's on our A spell slot. Perfect. That is wonderful. And now we come at the decision again. What do we wish to do for Vaults 5? Because what we could do is go with the safe strat now. We've had our fun. We did the big explosive first move. And now we might want to lay off a little bit, take it easy, and like read a teleport before going down. Of course, if things go poorly, then it's potentially a bad look. Still have that Ancient Lich, still have a couple of Yaktars that are all just in the worst position for trying to use these stairs in a safe and productive manner. I mean, we could pre-prep ourselves before heading down, that is an option, but since we had to use haste, or we did use haste, I should say, to get out of that last situation, kind of want to have at least 4 for Zot, just in case things go well and truly horribly. So, right, Roga, I'm very tempted to stair dance. Definitely am. The issue is if a Vault Warden comes out of nowhere, plus the fact that that's kind of what the last strategy was there, and it really backfired. But let's give it a shot, shall we? We'll take a step down. Quicksilver Buddy is also an issue. But, yeah, actually, and on top of that, I wish people were overlapped a little bit more right now. You know, if all these kids were on top of each other, then Ignition would actually do something. Oh, I could try Shatter again, though. Okay, this time, it's gotta work. Hey, there we go. Still didn't quite kill everything. Our magical effects are unraveling too. So I think I have to head upstairs and play this one a little bit safer. Reach out and grab ya, and then blast ya. But okay, it was something. It was a good test run. Oh, but now I have the Quicksilver Dragon next to me. So I actually really want to bring you upstairs. Dang, Quicksilver Dragon. You had one job, and that was to die miserably by my hand. You fool. Well, let's extend our transformation. Let's give this one shot. No Crystal Spear. Don't boom me. Oh, I also should have switched to my Reflection Shield. I kind of forgot about that plan. But Iron Shot is good damage. Nice guaranteed hits with our Vile Clutch as well, and that should do the trick. Okay, that's the scariest buddy taken care of, well and truly dusted. At least I think so. You never know when you're going to lose someone in the medley of items and chaos going on in Vaults 5, but it's something alright. Are you the only ones? Ah, no, there we go. Well, just gonna ignite. Okay, magical effects are unraveling, but we should be able to kill the Yaktars at least. Ooh, an Iron Giant. Hello, friend. That is terrifying in many ways. 180 health, hey? Get me out, coach. Just real quick. Man, if it wasn't a Quicksilver Dragon, I'd have some modicum, some slight amount of hope. Which, hey, there we go. What? Okay, fine. I'm gonna reach out and grab ya. Are we happy? Is that what you wanted, Quicksilver Dragon? Are you happy now? I hope so. I know I'm just disappointed. Okay, Air Drake can push us off the stairs. Where the heck did our Iron Giant go? Oh, it was a shifter the whole time. Of course. Wouldn't be the first time a shifter betrayed everything I knew and loved. What's our failure rate? 11? I'm willing to give it one more shot. It should kill a decent number of these bad boys. Then do I head upstairs or do I shatter one more time? Yeah. And you're back to being an Iron Giant. Are there that few things with this level of hit dice or something that you're just gonna flip-flop between those two? Ah. I was afraid we might get pushed off some stairs. Well, take me upstairs real quick. Then we clutch ya. And it doesn't work. And then we clutch ya. And it works perfectly. And then this is just our lives now, I guess. Freaking shifters, eh? Oh, gosh, that's so much worse. Can't do that. Jeez Louise. Oh, terrifying. You know, I thought to myself, there's that brief moment where I was like, oh, close the door in their face. If they turn into something with hands, they'll be able to open the door, but shouldn't be too bad. We can probably deal with one enemy. Little did I know. Boom, Juggernaut. Well, that could have been terrifying. Now, where the heck even were we, man? Here we go. Okay, we were chilling in here. This is the way in. Please be something nice. Puppy, unicorns, rainbows, any of the above would be greatly appreciated. No, not in there. Where the heck are you, friend? Oh no, that's so much worse. A rogue shapeshifter just loose somewhere on the level? Oh, never mind. Right there. Okay, now's... I was gonna say that the opportunity, the time. Kill them while there's something weak, but hey, it all worked out in the end. All's well that ends well.